guys, it's me, the Larson fan, 8042, back with another video. It's my first premiere, as you can see now. We got Carnation, who just muted himself, and we got BFM up in here.
What's up?
So, we're about to start the Q&A. We got a few questions from you guys. This is a huge thank you for 800 subs. We're so close to 1,000, so is Carnation. So, that's pretty cool. He's at 930-something. And, we went through a lot of trouble to get this going, so we finally got ready, and I think everyone's ready. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we're ready. We're good.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question. It's Carnation, what is your least favorite soda besides Coke?
All right. I'm gonna say I don't really drink much other sodas. I remember drinking this once because there was nothing else to drink. It's something called RC Cola, and it's pink.
I love that stuff. I love that.
I never even heard of it until that one day, and it was. No, to me, it was tasted bad. I guess anything with the word cola after it is bad, but at the same time, Pepsi is fully named Pepsi Cola. So, yeah.
So the next question, again, towards Carnation. What's your opinion about Kyle Busch? Oh, he's muted.
Himself.
Until Carnation gets back, I'll just go to the next question. This is for all of us. So I guess I'll answer first. Is Larson turning into 2017 Chase Elliott? I'd say starting 2016 Chase Elliott. He's choked up definitely a few races. You can't say he hasn't choked one up because of Darlington. That was a heartbreaker. I think I cried actually during that race, but kinda. But I think he's getting more used to Camaro. He's doing way better now, I think, than he did in the beginning of the year. And I think by next year he won't be a choker, I guess, to say, Darian.
The question was, is he turning into 2017 Chase Elliott? Is that?
Yeah.
Is that the question? Like, what does that mean with all, like, the second
choking, I guess, and stuff like that. Not winning.
I wouldn't say so because, you know, even though Chase Elliott, like, even though he was giving some races away there in 2017, he was at least consistent. You know, he made the round of 8. He almost made, he nearly made the championship 4, too, before Hamlin took him out there. And before Kenseth passed him for the win at Phoenix. With Larson, yeah, he's choked some races away, but then, like, he's just been mediocre, you know, as far as that goes. So I wouldn't say, like, he's necessarily 2017 Chase Elliott, but that's just me.
Okay, Carnation. Okay, I'll just wait because he has 2 questions. Okay. So the next question, I guess, is for all of us. Oh, Carnation's muted. Good. He just asked Pepsi or Coke. Carnation's muted. I have to say Coke. We can't tell him I said that, though. He'll get.
Wait, Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Coke. Easy. No problem. That's like easy. That's an easy one.
Carnation is just going to rage on us. So.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to go, because I'm pretty sure everybody's expecting me to go completely ballistic, but no.
So, Carnation, what's your opinion towards Kyle Busch?
To me, he's something that even though many hate, if you see it in terms of the sport actually needs. Because, you know, every sport needs a bad guy, and in this case, Kyle's kind of the exact representation of that. Everybody hates him. Well, not everybody, but most do. I like him, for example, because, you know, he's a pretty good driver himself. And even though the actions he's done in the past, yeah, he's a representation of a villain in any sport, any case.
So another question is, does Larson turn into 2017 Chase Elliott, Carnation?
Not necessarily. Here's the thing. Chase Elliott, at least he was, you know, pretty consistent until the point of, you know, the whole fiasco with Hamlin getting a bit too, I don't know what happened to him. But with that whole fiasco, yeah, that kind of ended his any hopes. But he was pretty pretty consistent throughout that season. 7 second-place finishes. He was like if you compare Chase Elliott's 2017 season, it'd be more to Casey Kane 2004, his rookie season. Because, Casey Kane had a bunch of second-place finishes that season as well. And at least he was consistent before, that.
I don't even think you need to answer this. Pepsi or Coke, Carnation?
To me, it's always going to be Pepsi, but for everybody else, it could be Coke, it could be RC Cola, whatever the hell that is. It could be Sprite, it could be Mountain Dew, it could be root beer. I don't even know what root beer is. I'm going to Google all this stuff after this. Alright, you can continue.
Okay, this is for Black Flags Matter. What's your favorite NASCAR driver?
What's my favorite NASCAR driver? Probably, I think the better way to word that is who is my favorite NASCAR driver. But I mean, that's what the question read. But obviously, Bubba Wallace. But even though he's my favorite, I don't really like to make excuses for him. Yeah, he's driving in lower equipment for Richard Petty Motorsports, but he's still wrecking some cars, especially in practice, and he is just atrocious on road courses. So he's going to have to up his game on those. I think he's 27th, 28th in the standings, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, Richard Petty Motorsports isn't the greatest, but even by their standards, when Almirola was driving for them, they were 20th, 21st in the standings all the time. But then again, Almirola has way more Cup Series experience than Bubba does. So I'm not sure, man. We just got to wait and see what happens. Hopefully he can improve. I'd say a good season for Bubba next year. I'm not expecting a playoff run anytime soon, but I'd say if he can finish at least maybe 25th in the standings, 24th, a couple spots up from this year, then that'll be a success.
I'm just gonna say something on this. I think Bubba is good because we saw that in the Xfinity series when he drove the 6. He was pretty decent. I think when he was got rid of from, or that's horrible grammar. When he was taken away from Roush Fenway, he was 3rd in the point standings, I think, or something like that. In Roush Fenway gear, oh my gosh, they are horrible now. And
yeah, it's true.
I was about to say Darian did great. Bubba did great in the 6 car, and I think the only reason Ryan Reed wasn't the guy who wasn't taken was because he won Daytona that season.
Well, he also had sponsorship too. So.
Yeah, I was about to say Lilly Diabetes too. So now they're going. So I guess they should have kept Bubba. And then I feel like maybe he's had a bunch of experience already, so I don't know. I don't know with Bubba. I think he's definitely a pretty good driver though. So the next question's for all of us. I guess I'll go first. What's the opinion on Truex versus Logano? It shouldn't be a versus because I feel like Truex shouldn't overreact or anything. It was just a bump and run. If there were a side, I guess I'd have to go with Logano because he just did a bump and run. It's not like Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, 2017 or something like that. So I guess I'd say Logano.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you go first. So my opinion on this. I have 2 words. A very lousy movie quote, as Dave Woody would put it. The rubbing is racing, alright? You're never going to have a driver directly in front of you and think, I have to do something, especially on the last lap at a short track. People are acting like this is a whole new thing. Like if this has never happened, but it's happened plenty of times.
Darian?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Oh, that's right. That's wrong. I like it. I mean, it's pretty good for the sport and stuff. Gets people talking about it and all that. Gets some pretty heated debates going on, though. And, I'm Logano didn't do anything wrong there. Just did what he had to do. Just a classic bump and run. Now, if he dumped him, then that would have been a problem. But on the other side, Truex, he has every right to be mad about it, too. I mean, he raced him clean, and Logano just didn't race clean. I guess he just pretty much just bumped him at the end there. So I guess like both sides, like I wouldn't say one person's right and one person is wrong. I think they're both right in what they did. So yeah, I mean it'll be really exciting though. Once we hit Homestead in a few weeks here to see what happens, see what comes from that.
Now if like they're battling for the win, like 4 to go, Logano's in front. If like Truex maybe slightly puts him in the wall or bumps him, I feel like that's allowed. But if he like full out spins him out or like completely just wrecks him, that's too far.
Yeah.
If you want to answer this to Darian, that's okay, but this is to Carnation. But if you want to answer, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win the 2019 championship, you think, Carnation?
So this is already in the future. We aren't even done with the season. But from what I've seen from previous seasons, I am not necessarily saying it's immediately going to happen, but I feel that the Hendrick camp especially, is going to get those cars running good again. And the fan favorite that everybody loves, Chase Elliott's winning the 2019 title.
You just watch it.
That's I mean, sure, he's not God good right now, but the run he's having this year, even though I'm pretty sure he's not going to win the title. You can bet me $50 he's not going to win the title this year. But next year, if he has that Camaro, if the whole Hendrick camp has that Camaro in their hands, then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And with Chase being their best driver for the past 3 years, yeah. See Chase taking it home.
Just watch Martin Truex Jr. win like 10 races in the 19 and just Suarez be like, no, I think just Suarez is a bad driver and he got lucky in that championship. I mean, he definitely earned some of his Xfinity wins and stuff like that, but yeah, do you want to say anything about that, Darian?
Oh, who's going to win the 2019 title? Well, I look like a complete fool saying Larson would win this year, so just take my title pick with a grain of salt, I guess. I was gonna say, it's really early now. I mean, we're not even into next year. Like, it's not even 2019 yet. We're already making title picks. But I mean, that was the question. I don't know. I think Kyle Busch is due for another one. Next year is going to be a contract year for him. His contract is up after 2019 with Joe Gibbs, so he's going to be the biggest free agent on the market for next season. I expect him to re-sign, though. I think they'll get a deal done. I don't think he's really going anywhere unless, like, that whole Reddit rumor was true and he's going to start his own team, which I don't know. I don't really see that happening. I don't really see the point in it, especially since Gibbs is, like, unstoppable nowadays, it seems like. But, yeah, Kyle Busch probably is my pick for the 2019 title.
I say it's way too early to choose, but I'm just not going to pick anyone. But with your Kyle Busch thing, everyone says Kyle Busch is so good and he wins so much. He's only won one championship. You got to realize that. So if he goes full throttle, like, even if he's, like, plus 30 or something at Texas or Phoenix, he still doesn't have many titles.
Here's the thing, why Kyle Busch fans, like, kind of me over here, say, the thing is, sure, he hasn't won that many titles, but you gotta give credit to the fact that, his driving abilities are through the roof right now. He's on the prime of his career. Last season, 5 wins, even though they came a bit later in the season. This year, 6 or 7 wins, right, if I remember right. And if he continues his train, then, 2019 could be a really good season, if not a championship season for him.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch, I know he doesn't have, it's only one title, and I guess depending on who you ask, they'll be like, oh, that doesn't count, even though it does, because it says he's the champion. He only has one title and stuff, but I mean, that's way more than a lot of other guys can say about their careers. And you also got some guys who I think are going to be gone from the sport in the next few years. I think Harvick's going to retire. Johnson, he'll be gone probably, I think, by 2020, something like that. You got all these legends who are going to leave. And I think pretty much for, like, the next 5 years, I think we're probably going to be seeing a lot more dominance from, like, guys like Chase Elliott and Joey Logano especially, and Kyle Busch. I think those three are really going to be. They're going to start to battle for titles for the next decade here.
Question. This is going to be a hard one, so I'll let you guys go first. This is for all of us. What's your favorite track? Carnation, you want to start us off?
Bristol Motor Speedway. All I have to say. Now, here's the thing. I've seen some clips from the older Bristol, the one that everybody remains to like. And that track, it didn't look different that much, but how the racing there was incredible. Like, you always see people hitting each other for the lead. There's always every single year you can have at least there's always going to be a driver ticked off, because as Darrell Waltrip said, if you're going to put 40 cars into an itty bitty little circle, you're bound to tick somebody off.
Well, I mean, this one's obviously biased because you asked what's my favorite track, and it's obviously my home track, Las Vegas. I've been going to races there since 2004. September 25th, 2004 is my first ever actual NASCAR race I went to there. It was the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at the time. Shane Mill won the race with the last lap pass, and he threw his helmet in the stands, which, looking back, it was I was kind of sort of close to it. I probably should have ran down to go get it. I kind of don't know why I didn't today. I don't know. I sometimes think about that sometimes. But, yeah, I've been going to the track ever since first grade, 2004, and, I'm interning there right now, too. And yeah, I don't know if y'all saw me on TV there. I was on TV there in the background and stuff.
Yeah, cameos better.
Yeah, and I was just interning, and I talked to a lot of the drivers down there and stuff too. So Vegas, it's my childhood track, it's my favorite track, and it's always going to stay that way.
So if until Dale Jr. retired, I had to be biased because I used to be a huge Dale Jr. fan, as you can see from that flag. I love Daytona and Talladega. I still really love both of them. Maybe not you could say the new Talladega. That ain't me.
That ain't me. It's Darian. You can already see his eyes pop open.
Yeah, sorry. My mom's texting me.
That's fine. So like I said, I went to Martinsville. I loved Martinsville before, and I think Bristol might have been my favorite track. But I mean, with the experience and looking at how even though they look slow on TV, how fast they go, I have to say Martinsville. I mean,
sorry.
But your home track, Vegas. But with mine, Indianapolis, it sucks. Definitely not one of my favorites.